investigating a fire that took the life of one person in Monroe over the weekend. Plus, one of the last patients still recovering from the Lewiston mass shooting was finally able to return home yesterday. And this week is National Crash Responder Week, and officials are using this as a way to remind motorists to drive safely when encountering these first responders. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. Let's get a first check of that forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. As you get into things this morning, we do have a few flurries that are developing in a few spots, especially in the western parts of the state. The further to the east you go, we're looking pretty good out there this morning. These flurries will clear up today, and we will be dry out there with a mixture of clouds and sunshine, and it looks to be about it. We're seeing the development out there this morning, just maybe a few flurries in the western parts of the state, maybe stretching to the farther east, maybe as close to Bangor in a few areas, but really it's going to be the western parts of the state that's going to be seeing a lot of the flurry action this morning. So Futurecast moving forward will push all this out of here later on today with a mixture of clouds and sunshine expected. And overall, a mostly clear sky later on tonight, but a few clouds may try to develop in a few areas, especially further off towards the north. As for the wind, though, not too bad. Roughly out of the north at around 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour at times today. We'll keep the wind going just a little bit through parts of Wednesday. The winds may try to pick up a little bit, though, as that pressure gradient looks to stack up yet again, especially by Wednesday afternoon. So for today, though, we'll say lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky, the north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. Middle 20s tonight with a mostly clear sky and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, here we go, middle 40s, partly cloudy out there, and a southwest breeze at around 5 miles per hour or so. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a mixture of clouds and sunshine with more sunshine for the afternoon period, and temperatures in the 40s by that point. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. As Lewiston continues to mourn and to heal after last month's mass shooting, a new support center is now open to help them with that journey. Mel Meyer joins us now with more.
This area is for gathering.
The Maine Resiliency Center on Main Street is here for healing and help.
Trauma impacts every individual very differently.
Community Concepts, a local nonprofit, is managing the site with resources from the city and state.
The center is staffed by knowledgeable and caring professionals who focus on the longer-term needs of our community members.
That may mean providing victims with legal rights information, access to resources, help completing aid forms and documents.
The center will also offer access to other navigators, case managers, and a host of behavioral health and mental health services.
A previous site at the Armory has since closed. That was geared toward victims and their families. This space is for them, along with first responders or anyone in Maine impacted by the tragedy.
It's important to have a single place where families and community members can go to access the help and the resources that are available to them.
There are rooms for kids, activity areas, and group meeting spots.
This space was specifically designed as deaf space.
4 members of Maine's deaf and hard of hearing community were killed in the shootings.
With their consultation, we are committed to having intentionality with our efforts to ensure equal access to the center.
Jim Martin says based on best practices and expert opinions, similar centers are typically open for upwards of 2 years.
But frankly, there's an ongoing need to have a community center that can be available for support if there is a situation that needs this type of response in the future.
And speaking of resilience, one of the 3 remaining patients at CMMC who arrived at the hospital following the mass shooting in Lewiston on October 25th went home yesterday. According to CMMC, doctors, nurses, and team members lined the hall that leads to the main entrance to pay silent and respectful tribute to the patient leaving. As the patient was wheeled down the hall, team members put their hands on their hearts in a gesture of solidarity and empathy. Chief Nursing Officer Chris Chason said, quote, "The doctors, nurses, and team members who have cared for these patients wanted to acknowledge this milestone, while at the same time remain mindful that this patient and many of us have a long road ahead. The 2 remaining patients from the October 25th shooting are both in stable conditions." In other news now, the fire marshal's office is investigating a fire in Monroe that killed one person on Sunday night. Crews were called to the scene at 238 Clements Road a little after 7:30. The fire marshal's office was also called in because the local fire department believed someone had been killed. Investigators found the body of who was believed to be 86-year-old Alan Grover, who lived alone in the home. The remains have been taken to the medical examiner's office in Augusta. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. This week marks National Crash Responder Safety Week, and officials are using it as a way to remind Mainers to move over for first responders and disabled vehicles. The Maine Department of Public Safety is asking everyone who uses the roads to protect those who protect you. They say every minute of every day, law enforcement, fire and rescue, medical personnel, medical responders, public works, towing companies, and other responders work roadside to make our roadways safer for all users. They also say a traffic incident responder is struck and killed nearly every week, and many more sustain life-altering injuries. According to AAA, despite laws being passed in all 50 states, 71% of Americans are still unaware of slow down and move over laws that require drivers to reduce their speed and switch to lanes to protect these workers. In some states like Maine, the law also pertains to all motorists of disabled vehicles waiting for help to arrive. Bangor's newest city councilors were sworn in Monday morning at Bangor City Hall. Carolyn Fish and Susan Dean held their right hands in the air as they took their oaths. Joseph Leonard was also sworn in after being re-elected for another 3-year term. New city councilor Carolyn Fish says she's ready to hit the ground running and get to work.
Bangor has been the cornerstone of my life since I was 15, and I'm finally ready after all these years to give back, and I'm excited to be here and help hopefully make some positive changes and work with the other councilmen.
Following the ceremony, Bangor City Councilor Cara Pelletier was unanimously nominated as the newest City Council chairwoman. She says it was an honor just to be considered for the position.
It's an incredible honor. It's really humbling. These are people who are dedicated to the service of Bangor. Many of them have been on council for many years, and to know that I have their support and their confidence means a lot.
Congratulations to her. Well, those newly sworn-in Bangor City Council members had their first meeting last night at 7:30. New councilors were led by Chairwoman Pelletier. The meeting was brief and allowed time for the new city leaders to adjust to their positions. City Councilwoman Susan Dean, sworn in yesterday, said she was grateful for the slow start and is excited to serve the city of Bangor.
It's been absolutely wonderful. The entire time campaigning and now actually being elected and sitting on this council is very rewarding, and I'm looking forward to the next 3 years of service and helping Bangor to be the best Bangor that it can be.
For more information on Bangor City Council meetings, visit www.bangormaine.gov. In Augusta, a new proposal is under consideration to help address the pressing issue of homelessness. Our Augusta area reporter, Corey Bouchard, learns more about how one group is trying to transform a historic church into a comprehensive facility, providing shelter and support for those in need.
We really saw that there was a gap in services. We have the Bread of Life shelter system that provides a family shelter and a veterans shelter, and they do a fantastic job with those two things. But there was no low barrier shelter.
The vision for the historic Green Street United Methodist Church includes a low barrier overnight shelter for up to 40 individuals, along with 16 supported housing units for longer term residency. Advocates of the initiative aim to offer at least 2 meals a day and crucial connections to services designed to help people escape homelessness.
Our hope is that we'll be bringing services that people are struggling to access into them. So things like primary care and mental health services, in addition to having the telehealth rooms where people can access medical and mental health services remotely, will be bringing in actual providers of those services.
However, the project faces a significant hurdle: funding.
We need to raise a good amount of money in a pretty short amount of time. in order to buy the building. After we have done that, and we're very confident that we will, we'll need to look for grants and foundation money to support the programming and operations.
St. Hilaire says they will be holding an open house fundraising event on November 28th. They hope to raise the funds and purchase the building soon so they can be fully operational by next fall. In Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A daycare center in Trenton recently announced it would be closing after the owner said they could no longer pay their employees due to the state withholding payments. Our Grace Blanchard explains.
The owner of Tiny Tykes Daycare in Trenton, Betsy Grant, is scrambling to make ends meet after claiming the state failed to keep up with payments for foster children in her care.
It's because I'm not getting paid on time that it's actually compromising the care that I can give. I can't spend the time doing the charitable things that we do if I can't pay for oil and food and pay the staff.
Grant says she never received more than $10,000 from the state for 14 foster children in her system over the span of 6 months. She says the daycare faced a potential closure in 2021 as well due to similar circumstances.
I keep being told if you only took a certain percent, you wouldn't be going out of business because it wouldn't be so impactful. But I don't want to do that. I will take any foster child that needs me. That's our job.
According to the Department of Health and Human Services, Grant was paid through the Child Care Subsidy Program on a regular basis. The department says they recently became aware of a week in March where the provider was not paid due to what they say was a clerical error.
1 week in March did not annihilate a business.
Jackie Farwell, a spokesperson with the DHHS, said in a statement, for child care paid through other arrangements, the department has actively communicated with the provider in the last month to ensure any concerns regarding billing and payments were researched and addressed. Grant says although she finally received payments at the end of October, she now has to work to rebuild her business and reputation. She says the future of the daycare is unclear.
I hope to see child care looked at as not even essential, as crucial to people being able to survive.
In Trenton, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 6:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the students at the Deer Isle Stonington High School planted tulip bulbs yesterday as a way to bring awareness to mental health. We'll have the story, but before we go, let's take another look at that forecast. Another beautiful day today, folks. It's a good day to get outside, get some sun, maybe go for a walk. High of 42 degrees. Definitely a day to layer up, though. Dropping down to a low of 25 tonight. It'll clear up overnight, but tomorrow some more clouds are moving in. High of 45 degrees and partly cloudy.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select multiple veterans to win a gift voucher from Chick-fil-A. Locally sponsored by Complete Tire Service, Maine Collision Center, Ryan Concrete Coating, and the Farmer's Table.
Oversharing can be weird.
How you doing, buddy? I'm more excited than a mosquito flying into a nudist colony.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
I have an idea. Should I tell you?
I'm the one to tell. I'm the host.
Person, place, or thing.
Is it Stonehenge? What the what?
Catch the all-new game show.
We would have accepted me. I'm also a prehistoric monument.
Every weekday.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. A group of students from a medical school in Atlanta are finishing up rotations here in Maine as part of a program looking to diversify the state's workforce. Our Matthew Dronsick has the story.
In early September, 4 physician assistant students from the Morehouse School of Medicine teamed up with Northern Light Health for an 8-week rotation that would allow them to expand their rural healthcare knowledge. On their final day, the students reflected on the work they've done here.
I really plan on taking the knowledge that I've acquired, whether it's learning how to talk to patients, whether it's learning how to code, whether it's learning how to chart accurately. I really plan on carrying that with me throughout my entire career.
The four spent their time in health centers as far as Presque Isle and Cutler, spending long hours learning how to apply their hands-on training to the field of their choice. This work often comes with challenges, something physician assistant student Maddie Vinette says is worth tackling and learning from.
And I feel like for me as a student, it's been really helpful because it lets me know, like, yes, this is where I am comfortable, but like sometimes it's good to step outside of your comfort zone and to really stretch yourself where you can.
Northern Light Health Senior Vice President Navneet Marwaha took a special interest in the cohort after their orientation courses. She says the work the group presented throughout this rotation helps highlight the importance of mentoring the next generation of physician assistants.
So hearing, their curiosity, the questions they come with, and sort of, the science you can teach them. It just energizes me seeing their enthusiasm and their energy level. So I'm taking away something from this also.
In Bangor, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The Yellow Tulip represents happiness and hope. And for the Yellow Tulip Project, their goal aligns with that idea. Sponsored by Opiate Free Island Partnership, the goal of the project is to bring awareness and break the stigma surrounding mental health. Our Doug Banks went to Deer Isle Stonington High School to learn more.
Planting flowers and being goofy and silly together is almost as important, if not more so.
Have a rock. Thanks, Maya.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey!
What starts as a simple tulip bulb will by spring blossom into a hope garden of over 100 yellow tulips, and in a way, help end the mental health stigma.
Our goal will be to instill not just resources and how do people figure out how to get resources if they need help, but also hope that there's a way to make it through it when it's dark.
Melissa, you need one? Yes, ma'am.
Although this planting project might look like an opportunity to skip class,
I found 2 more worms.
For some, it's a way to build hope.
We're not asking them anything personal today. We're just planting flowers together, but what it does is it builds connection.
Students are given the opportunity to be okay, talking about what some deem as uncomfortable topics.
Demonstrating to students that they're not going to get in trouble for disclosing that they are worried about their own mental health or someone else they care about. As an educator, as a parent, as a community member, it's a really wonderful opportunity for our kids and for our community.
Not just planting flowers, but also seeds of hope and connection that could be someone's saving grace.
I'd hate to see several kids or adults or other teenagers dying due to mental health and then not having resources. I feel like everyone should have someone to talk to help them out with this, especially someone like myself who has gone through mental health. It's definitely a good thing to have someone there to even talk to.
In Deer Isle, Doug Banks, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 6:18. After the break, a veteran in Winterport is $10,000 richer thanks to a local nonprofit. We'll hear from both sides right after the break.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. But no matter what day of the week, Lowry & Associates is your go-to law firm. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snow blowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty.
For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
Well, there is nothing bigger, nothing better than
Monday Night Football on ABC and ESPN.
And the next morning, watch GMA for the Tuesday morning NFL ticket giveaway.
For tickets to a Monday Night Football game.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
A Winterport veteran is $10,000 richer thanks to Home Roofing Solutions. The Aetna company created a nonprofit called the Merino Project that raises funds to give back to Maine veterans in a life-changing way. Our Jody Hersey has more.
For the past 3 years, Joe and Jody Braslett, owners of Home Roofing Solutions, have hosted an annual luncheon for the company's nonprofit called the Merino Project, named after Joe Braslett's childhood friend, Sergeant David Merino.
I was able to watch his career through the Marines, how he transitioned to where he's at now, and it became very important to me to build a platform that everybody in our state and our nation can be aware of the physical effects and mental effects that some of our veterans endure.
Braslett said he wanted his Aetna company to be able to give back in a way that offered veterans some sort of financial relief, which is why the Merino Project was created. On Sunday, all Home Roofing Solutions military customers were invited for a meal at the Black Bear Inn in Orono, where their names were entered into a drawing to win several prizes and even a check for $10,000.
Yeah, I think it is a big enough prize that it will make a significant impact on somebody's life, and that's the point of it.
Sean Collins of Winterport was stunned when he won the grand prize.
It's very surprising. I usually never win anything, so when he said Sean, my heart dropped.
Employee Keith Rogers says giving back to veterans is just one of the many reasons he loves working for Home Roofing Solutions.
Hope that we just get so massive one day and we can exceed doing a lot more for the veterans, because they certainly deserve it.
In Orono, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
That's a lot of hard work. All right, the time now is 6:22. Let's get a full look at that forecast with meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. As we get into things this morning, a few flurries are developing out there. You can say roughly along the line from maybe Bangor and areas on to the west, maybe seeing a few areas of flurries this morning. This will get out of here as the morning progresses on, and for the rest of the day, though, we'll be under a partly cloudy sky, so we'll be looking pretty good by that point. Even though we have high pressure just on for the north, though, there's a little bit of activity that's sneaking in here this morning, and that's why we're watching out for a few flurries in a few spots. And again, high pressure will soon take control and help to get a lot of these flurries out of here by that point. But it's still relatively calm out there. Look at the wave height. It's only down to 1 foot this morning, so looking very quiet as we start things up this morning out in the ocean area. So it's obviously to say no advisories in effect along the coast at this time. But moving forward for today, though, a partly cloudy sky will be the common idea. Becoming mostly clear later on tonight. The clouds will hang around in the northern parts of the state. We might get a few clouds near the Bangor area from time to time as well. But really, as we head towards your Wednesday, a mixture of sun and clouds to really start things off. But looking like a very nice day moving forward through Wednesday. But once we head towards Wednesday evening, though, that's when we'll start to watch for some more clouds that do look to approach with a little weak wave of energy that may try to sneak in here as we head towards Wednesday night and parts of early Thursday morning. The winds, not a huge deal, maybe a quick gust up to 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour today. And that'll really be about it. We'll start to back this off later on tonight from time to time. No, and even by tomorrow, we're looking pretty good. Not much of an issue with the wind whatsoever. Maybe late in the afternoon to the evening time frame, we may have to watch for the winds to increase in a few areas. Our average high temperature is 46 degrees. Lower 40s today. We're back in the mid 40s as we head towards your Wednesday. Lower 50s Thursday. Middle 50s as we head towards your Friday. Lower 50s Saturday. And there's a cool down. Upper 30s Sunday and middle 30s as we head towards your Monday. For today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky. The north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 20s on the way and a mostly clear sky, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, middle 40s and a partly cloudy sky, southwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky for the day on Thursday with highs in the lower 50s. Look at that, middle 50s for the day on Friday and a mostly cloudy sky. Rain moves in for the day on Saturday with highs in the lower 50s.
Quitting smoking, vaping, and other tobacco may be tough, but you can do it. Even if you don't get it right the first time, don't give up. Working with a quit coach increases your chances of successfully quitting, especially combined with quit medications. That's why each QUIT program through the main QUIT link offers free patches, gum, and/or lozenges and helps you build a customized QUIT plan. Call 1-800-QUIT now or enroll online at mainquitlink.com. It's free and it works.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
Scudic & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select multiple veterans to win a gift voucher from Chick-fil-A. Locally sponsored by Chase's Family Restaurant, Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear, Herman Meadow Golf Club, and Leo & Sons Auto Repair.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
Tesoro Italian restaurant serves Bangor's best pizza, pasta, and sandwiches. Dine in or take out, located in downtown Bangor across from the library. Open Monday through Saturday, 3 to 9, and Sunday, 3 to 8. The bar is open 9 to 1, Friday and Saturday night. Come in and taste what everybody's talking about.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available. Half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Now it's time to turn it over to Devin Dagnall for a look at our national news.
Thank you, Emma. Turning to our nation's capital, where thousands are expected today for a march in support of Israel. The Department of Homeland Security designated that rally as a Level 1 security event. It's the highest risk classification. Meantime, as Israel and Hamas escalate attacks, there's a growing concern about Gaza's hospitals caught in the crossfire. Israel claiming Hamas is using vulnerable hospital patients as human shields. ABC's Justin Finch has more from Washington.
Overnight, final preparations on the National Mall for today's March for Israel in Washington, D.C. With organizers expecting a crowd of tens of thousands, security is top of mind. D.C.'s mayor also requesting support from the National Guard amid rising threats, though law enforcement officials are not tracking any specific actionable threat to the march. Homeland Security officials are classifying the rally as a Level 1 security event, its highest designation.
You can hear the tank firing down the street.
In the war zone, Gaza's overwhelmed hospitals facing increasing danger. The Israeli Defense Forces taking ABC's Matt Gutman inside a northern Gaza children's hospital that the IDF says Hamas militants were using as a command post and even to hold hostages.
Those AK-47s look pretty old and rusty. I mean, was this a crack force that was here?
No. Some of the gear was operationally gear, but also some of the terrorists fled away. It shows us the war machine Hamas is conducting from hospitals.
The IDF also claiming Hamas turned the nearby Al-Shifa hospital into a stronghold. Two White House officials saying the U.S. has intelligence supporting that, but doctors refute that, saying the hospital is no longer functioning and had to remove premature babies from incubators without electricity. President Biden reiterating his concerns about conditions surrounding that critical hospital.
And it's my hope and expectation that there will be less intrusive action relative to the hospital. The hospital must be protected.
The White House also saying the U.S. is continuing to work on getting fuel supplies to Gaza's hospitals and allowing evacuations for patients in danger. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Now, to the history made at the Supreme Court. It's not a ruling, but a new code of conduct for the justices. The first ever. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis.
This morning, in response to mounting criticism and growing questions about their ethics, the 9 Supreme Court justices have signed on to a new code of conduct outlining what they should and should not do ethically as lifetime appointees.
They were watching as the Gallup poll numbers for the trust in their institution ticked down, and I think that really bothered a number of them.
Justices Clarence Thomas and Sonia Sotomayor are among those who've been in the spotlight recently. Thomas for his financial ties to a Texas billionaire and Republican megadonor, and Sotomayor for allegedly using court staff to plan a book tour. Justice Alito also came under fire, accused of not reporting a luxury vacation on a private jet. Among the highlights of the new code, avoiding conduct that might compromise impartiality, not conveying the impression that they're in a special position of influence, and not using their taxpayer-funded staff for non-court work.
The Supreme Court of the United States is at least saying to the American people, we hear you. And understand that the 9 justices on the Supreme Court are members of a democratic form of government, not royalty.
But many observers note this new code of conduct is toothless.
It does not include a mechanism for enforcement. It doesn't say what will happen if justices violate this code of ethics.
The head of the Senate Judiciary Committee called the new code a step in the right direction, but critics point out there are lots of should-dos in the code and not a lot of must-dos. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
In other news, we now turn to some travel trouble on the horizon. Days before the busy holiday getaway begins, a government shutdown is looming in Washington, which could jeopardize travel plans. ABC's Adria Fuji has the story.
This morning, growing concern about a possible government shutdown later this week that could spell chaos for millions of Americans planning to travel during the holiday season. Experts already predicting record crowds.
We're going to carry more customers than we ever have before, about 500,000 more than last year.
But without a deal in Congress to avoid a shutdown this Friday night, air traffic controllers and TSA workers could be forced to work without pay. The concern is many could call out sick in protest, taxing the already overburdened system.
And that is not fair to TSA workers at all, to be expected to come to work during the busiest time of the travel season without being paid. We are really going to feel the grunt of this come next week if the government shut down.
House Speaker Mike Johnson has submitted a plan to keep the government funded through January, but it does not include money for Israel or Ukraine, and it does not include spending cuts that many Republicans want.
We've got to help Israel. We've got to have strong oversight and scrutiny over Ukraine aid. We've got to fix the border, all these things that we need to do in the appropriations process. But we won't be able to survive to have those fights if the government's shut down.
At least 9 Republicans oppose Johnson's bill, but Democrats could throw Johnson a lifeline.
The Speaker's proposal is far from perfect, but the most important thing is that it refrains from making steep cuts.
The House is expected to vote on Johnson's plan today. Over in the Senate, Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has joined Senator Chuck Schumer in supporting the bill. Andrea Fuji, ABC News, New York.
Finally, there is a push for a ban on a popular toy that may put children's health at risk. Congressman Frank Pallone Jr. of New Jersey says he is planning to introduce a bill this week that calls for a nationwide ban on water beads marketed to kids. The beads are sold at major retailers and come in different colors that look like candy. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, when the beads are exposed to liquid, they can expand to 100 times their initial size and weight. The agency and advocates warn if a child swallows water bead, it could block their intestines or cause life-threatening injuries. One pediatric gastroenterologist says water beads are to blame for 4,500 ER visits across the country since 2017. The chair of the CPSC and some parents are backing the proposed bill. Congressman Pallone says he expects support for the bill in both the Senate and the House. All right, that's all for now. Back to you, Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Coming up on the second half of the newscast, it's the same old argument. What dish is the most important on your Thanksgiving table? We'll hear the results of a nationwide survey as Good Morning Maine continues.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news, and Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
At Central Maine Denture, licensed denturist Patrick Allen has been creating smiles with private care and premium service for many years and is now serving patients in Eastern Maine at his new Bangor office. Central Maine Denture provides full, partial, immediate, hybrid, and implant dentures, as well as repairs, relines, and rebases. Patrick Allen makes all of the dentures in-house from start to finish, and the quality shows in his patients' happy smiles. Now you can reclaim your smile at Central Maine Denture.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
People ask me all the time, are those commercials really true? Does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. We really have gotten millions of dollars for Mainers hurt by commercial vehicles. And the insurance companies know when you call the twos, we're going to fight for you. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7. You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith, and today is National Pickle Day, intended to celebrate one of the world's favorite fermented foods. The practice of making them has existed for thousands of years. The pickling process ensures a degree of preservation that can last throughout the long, barren winter and also makes the food easily transportable. And they are good for you too, lacking fat and protein, but being made up of almost entirely water with a high concentration of vitamins because of the salty brine. And for folks who can't get down with fermented foods, it's also apparently, according to my sources, National Loosen Up and Lighten Up Day. So I suppose do with that information what you will, especially if you don't like pickles. Okay, clearing the air. Okay, now for some history. In 1666, an English writer named Samuel Pepys wrote of the first known occurrence of a blood transfusion. It was, however, just between dogs. In 1851, Herman Melville's Moby Dick was first published by Harper and Brothers in the United States. And in 1901, Albert Einstein presented his quantum theory of light. In 1960, Ray Charles's single, Georgia on My Mind, reached #1 on the Billboard. And in 1993, Puerto Rico voted against becoming the 51st state. For birthdays today, we have American diplomat Condoleezza Rice. She's known especially for being the first black female Secretary of State, as well as the first woman to serve as National Security Advisor. She's 69 today. American actor Patrick Warburton, known for his roles in Seinfeld, Family Guy, and many other productions, is 59 today. Our cameraman Keenan really loves doing impressions of him very frequently. He's pretty pumped up right now. And musician and drummer Travis Barker is 48 today. He's known for being the drummer in the band Blink-182, and also now, of course, for being the spouse of Kourtney Kardashian. Okay, moving right along. It's going to be a beautiful fall day, so let's check in with Devin Biggs for that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. As you get into things this morning, we do have a few flurries that are developing in a few spots, especially in the western parts of the state. The further to the east you go, we're looking pretty good after this morning. These flurries will clear up today, and we will be dry out there with a mixture of clouds and sunshine, and it looks to be about it. We're seeing the development out there this morning, just maybe a few flurries in the western parts of the state, maybe stretching continue the farther east, maybe as close to Bangor in a few areas, but really it's going to be the western parts of the state that's going to be seeing a lot of the flurry action this morning. So Futurecast moving forward will push all this out of here later on today with a mixture of clouds and sunshine expected. And overall, a mostly clear sky later on tonight, but a few clouds may try to develop in a few areas, especially further off towards the north. As for the wind, though, not too bad. Roughly out of the north at around 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour at times today. We'll keep the wind going just a little bit through parts of Wednesday. The winds may try to pick up a little bit, though, as that pressure gradient looks to stack up yet again, especially by Wednesday afternoon. So for today, though, we'll say lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky. The north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour at times. Middle 20s tonight with a mostly clear sky and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, here we go. Middle 40s, partly cloudy out there, and a southwest breeze at around 5 miles per hour or so. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a mixture of clouds and sunshine with more sunshine for the afternoon period and temperatures in the 40s by that point. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. All right, with Thanksgiving right around the corner, a new survey shows what dish could make or break the holiday meal. More than 2,000 Americans participated in the survey by cranberry company Ocean Spray. The survey found 83% of responders say it's not really Thanksgiving if cranberry sauce is missing from the table. I don't know about that personally for my own personal preferences, but Americans don't see eye to eye on how it should be prepared, with 40% saying they prefer their cranberry sauce to be homemade. In a separate Thanksgiving survey by The Vacationer, more than 1,000 Americans were asked which traditional Thanksgiving dishes they hate the most. Cranberry sauce topped the list, followed by sweet potatoes or yam and green bean casserole. Green bean casserole, we were talking here in the studio just 5 minutes ago, is some of our personal favorites. We can eat an intense amount. I'm seeing like some very hefty nods right now. But also, I mean, the thing about cranberry sauce is it makes the sandwich the next day. If you don't have that cranberry sauce to balance out the sweet and savory, there's a missing link in your sandwich. So I don't know, even if you don't eat it with the meal. I don't know. Okay, still to come here this morning, Ryan Sudol will have the latest with sports. Don't go away.
R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily. We offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, one of our many savory soups, or a pizza, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after a long workday? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select multiple veterans to win a gift voucher from Chick-fil-A. Locally sponsored by Coach House Restaurant, Jerry's Used Cars Incorporated, Jamar Construction Products LLC, and McCusick's Petroleum. When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable. Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
You know what today is? It's Tuesday. But no matter what day of the week, Lowry & Associates is your go-to law firm. If you've been hurt, call us right now.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Ready for that new kitchen? Get inspired by the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with Maine hockey. After beating top-ranked BC at the Alfond on Friday and losing a shootout on Saturday, the Black Bears are now ranked higher than they've been in more than a decade. Both the USCHO and USA Today polls ranking Maine number 9 in the nation Monday. This is the highest the Black Bears have been ranked across both polls since December 2010. Plus, their 6-1-1 start is their best since 2006. Also getting honored Monday was goalie Victor Osman, who was named Hockey East Goaltender of the Week for the second time this year. The Black Bears' next series will start Friday night when they visit the number 8 ranked Boston University. Sticking with the Black Bears, Maine football coming off their bye week this week as they ready for the battle for the Bryce Cowell Musket on Saturday at UNH. Black Bears playing 10 games in a row before their bye, and it couldn't have come at a better time. They lost the Musket game last year at home in an overtime heartbreaker and want their season to end on the highest note possible. With extra time to work out kinks and get the team rejuvenated, head coach Jordan Stevens says this past week was a success.
I certainly needed the bye week, so I felt like we did, hit our objective within the bye week, which was, getting our legs back, getting some rest, we're able to have some productive practices, get some good work on the field. But, really the objective was, just getting some things together for New Hampshire, but also, getting ourselves healthy for the last week here.
Let's go to the New England Patriots now. If you woke up Sunday morning to catch the Pats play the Colts in Germany, you were treated to yet another frustrating loss. The Pats falling to the Colts 10-6 in a real tough game to watch. Quarterback Mac Jones was pulled late in the fourth for Bailey Zappi, who ended up tossing this game-ending interception. The Pats falling to 2-8. They will next play the New York Giants on November 26th. Between now and then, Pats head coach Bill Belichick will have some big decisions to make, starting with his starting quarterback.
Going forward, honestly, like I said, I don't think, last night in the middle of the night coming back from Germany is, a great time to, make a lot of decisions. So we'll kind of wait until we can kind of recalibrate here and get settled. And, we have time. We'll take a look at it and try to do what we think's best.
Okay, now let's stick with some football. After Friday and Saturday's 11-man high school football regional finals, the stage is set for the 4 state title games on Saturday. We've got those times and places for you right here. Starting at Fitzpatrick Stadium at 11 a.m., the Class A final between Thornton Academy and Portland. Afterwards, the Class B final between Kennebunk and Lawrence at 2:30. Then over at Lewiston High School, Class C final between Oceanside and Leavitt at 11 a.m., followed by the Class D title game, Wells and Foxcroft Academy at 2:30. And since we're forward thinkers here, let's talk high school basketball. Season gets underway December 7th, but we want to make sure your late winter plans are set. So here's the schedule for the regional and state tournaments. On February 16th, the regionals begin. Class AA North at the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland, Class A North at the Augusta Civic Center, and Class B, C, and D North at Cross Insurance Center here in Bangor. Regionals conclude February 24th, followed by the state finals on March 1st and 2nd. March 1st, Class B final at the Cross Insurance Center. March 2nd, the AA finals at Cross Insurance Arena, and the C and D finals at the Augusta Civic Center. Okay, now let's go to the Boston Celtics. Celtics looking for their 3rd win in a row and 5th straight win at home to start the season Monday night, facing off against the New York Knicks. Late first half, Knicks up 2. Jalen Brunson, with the shot clock winding down, gets nothing but net with 2 Celtics covering him. But down the other end, Jason Tatum to Jaylen Brown at the top of the key, and he gets this 3 to go to end the half at the buzzer. Late third quarter, Celtics up 7. Brown stripping Julius Randle, bringing it down the floor. On comes Drew Holiday, and this 3 is going to go in. It puts him over 15,000 career points. Congrats to him. Then, fourth quarter, Celtics lead down to 3. Tatum against Josh Hart. He takes the triple from the wing, count it, and the foul. Now, a minute to go, Celtics up 14. Kristaps Porzingis to Tatum from way downtown at the shot clock buzzer. Tatum with 35 on the night. Celtics win 114-98. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
I got hurt in a car accident, and the insurance company wants me to settle for way less than I deserve.
Don't get burned by the insurance company. Fight fire with fire. Call the twos.
We'll turn up the heat on the insurance company. We'll make them pay you all the money you deserve.
I fought fire with fire and called the twos. Lowry and Associates got me $150,000 for my car accident. Now that's hot.
We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
There's a reason why Maine's state slogan is the way life should be. It's because our beautiful state is full of humble people, workers, business owners, and neighbors making a difference in their community. I'm always looking for positive and encouraging news stories about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. How fortunate am I that I get to share these special stories? Watch The Good News weekdays on ABC 7 News at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, for wary parents looking for a little help in getting their cranky kids to bed, melatonin supplements could look like the perfect remedy. But new research shows the number of young kids and preteens being given the sleep aid is surging, something health experts say could pose health risks and indicate the possibility that sleep disorders are on the rise. Fox News correspondent Jackie Ibanez takes a closer look.
For many parents of young kids, getting them ready for bed can be more of a nightmare than a sweet dream.
Either this or that.
A new study from the University of Colorado Boulder finds the struggle is enticing a growing number of people to give their children the sleep aid melatonin.
Melatonin is a hormone that's naturally produced by the body as a cue to start getting ready for bed.
Researchers interviewed roughly 1,000 parents of kids ages 1 to 13 about their child's sleep patterns.
About 5% of preschool-age children, 1 through 4 years old, had taken melatonin in the last 30 days. And that number jumped significantly higher once children started school to almost 1 in 5 school-age children and preteens having taken it recently.
For perspective, from 2017 to 2018, the study says about 1.3% of parents reported melatonin use in their kids. Some health experts caution that what seems like a solution can come with risks, especially when many melatonin supplements don't come with full regulation from the Food and Drug Administration.
We're concerned about what is the effect on hormones and that process as children get older.
And because many melatonin products for kids come in gummy form, with many containing different levels of melatonin than what's listed on the label.
The number of calls to U.S. poison control centers about melatonin ingestion increased 530% from 2012 to 2021.
Researchers believe the surge in melatonin use could indicate high levels of sleep disorders among the younger generations that may need to be studied. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
And sleep disorders are so frustrating too. Ugh. Okay, now let's just switch gears one last time. We're going to check in with Devin Biggs for that full forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. A full weather forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers, offering discounted and a great selection of local produce, meat, and dairy. As you get into things this morning, a few flurries are developing out there. You can say roughly along the line from maybe Bangor and areas off to the west, maybe seeing a few areas of flurries this morning. This will get out of here as the morning progresses on, and for the rest of the day, though, we'll be under a partly cloudy sky, so we'll be looking pretty good by that point. Even though we have high pressure just off toward the north, though, there is a little bit of activity that's sneaking in here this morning, and that's why we're watching out for a few flurries in a few spots. And again, high pressure will soon take control and help to get a lot of these flurries out of here by that point. But it's still relatively calm out there. Look at the wave height. It's only down to 1 foot this morning, so looking very quiet as we start things up this morning out in the ocean area. So it's obviously to say no advisories in effect along the coast at this time. But moving forward for today, though, a partly cloudy sky will be the common idea. Becoming mostly clear later on tonight. The clouds will hang around in the northern parts of the state. We might get a few clouds near the Bangor area from time to time as well. But really, as we head towards your Wednesday, a mixture of sun and clouds to really start things off. But looking like a very nice day moving forward through Wednesday. But once we head towards Wednesday evening, though, that's when we'll start to watch for some more clouds that do look to approach with a little weak wave of energy that may try to sneak in here as we head towards Wednesday night and parts of early Thursday morning. The winds, not a huge deal, maybe a quick gust up to 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour today. And that'll really be about it. We'll start to back this off later on tonight from time to time. No, and even by tomorrow, we're looking pretty good. Not much of an issue with the wind whatsoever. Maybe late in the afternoon to the evening time frame, we may have to watch for the winds to increase in a few areas. Our average high temperature is 46 degrees. Lower 40s today. We're back in the mid 40s as we head towards your Wednesday. Lower 50s Thursday. Middle 50s as we head towards your Friday. Lower 50s Saturday. And there's a cool down. Upper 30s Sunday and middle 30s as we head towards your Monday. For today, lower 40s and a partly cloudy sky. North wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 20s. sunny's on the way and a mostly clear sky, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, middle 40s and a partly cloudy sky, southwest wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Tip Trailer Grocers. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky for the day on Thursday with highs in the lower 50s. Look at that, middle 50s for the day on Friday and a mostly cloudy sky. Rain moves in for the day on Saturday with highs in the lower 50s.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Whether you're thinking of getting your first tattoo or building onto your collection of skin art,
Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company in Ellsworth provides the safest and most comfortable tattoo and piercing experience.
at Disconnected Tattoo, we'll combine your vision with our art to create something special that will last the test of time.
Don't trust your personal body art to anyone else.
Call Disconnected Tattoo today to schedule your consultation.
Or check out our Facebook page.
Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company in Ellsworth. Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location.
Elay Rack, Knick-Knack and Tack Shop, located in the heart of Dexter, announces an expansion of antiques, horse tack, DP saddles, gifts, collectibles, vintage clothing, jewelry, and more. Come in and see something for everyone.
After 40 years of...
I want to press my luck.
The stakes keep multiplying.
If you land on that square, you will win 40 of something amazing. Wow.
Press your luck. New tonight on ABC.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. A video gaming craze is booming at college campuses across the country. Esports, also known as professional video gaming, is booming. Some universities and colleges are now recruiting players and spending on playing facilities and offering scholarships. The gaming, often popular among tech and business students, has tiers of play. Researchers say esports has an estimated 30 million watchers in the U.S. this year. It also offers large prize money. One game, Valorant, can earn players $20,000 to $40,000 a month. Illinois Tech and Miami University in Ohio are two well-known esports schools. A few courageous and beautiful canines made a grand entrance on the red carpet in Florida, paving the way for the 2023 American Humane Hero Dog Awards Gala. These dogs were the center of attention at the Breakers Palm Beach Hotel, where they were awarded for their impressive stories of bravery and loyalty. These furry heroes were selected from a field of 25 dogs with incredible stories. The nationwide competition celebrates dogs who served in various roles as therapy animals, search and rescue, and more. The American Humane Hero Dog Awards will hit your TV screens nationally on November 26th. Love to see it. I would watch that before I'd watch the dog show on Thanksgiving, personally. But okay, Good Morning America is next on ABC 7. You can stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22. If you missed anything and you just want to check our website, that's foxbangor.com. I'm Emma Smith. Have a great day.